I think it's quite apparent, you can't even see it all, but I think it's quite apparent that I have quite a lot of yarn. So let's go through it. Hello and welcome back to Knits by Shan. My name is Shannon. I am a knitter and a crocheter as well as a final year accounting student based in Scotland. And today we're doing a yarn stash tour because I love watching these. I think it's really interesting to see what yarn people like and what projects they potentially have planned. So that's what we're going to do today. I have, you can only see one at the moment, but I have 2 plastic tubs. And then there's like a bag and some other like little bits of yarn. I'm gonna go through the tubs first and talk about the yarn, what I potentially have planned, and then go from there. So without further ado, let's start on the first tub. So first tub, there's quite a range in here. There's some stuff that I have patterns for, and then some other stuff that's left over. Some stuff is just kind of here, and I will work with it at some point, but we'll get started. So I'm just going to pick from the top and show you, talk about it, and then put it to the side. I am thinking about the fact that as I do this, and then later on, I'm going to have to put everything back on the tub, but it's okay. I'm doing it. I'm doing it to show all of the glorious yarn that I own. So, first one, I'm just picking off the top. This is Drops Alpaca Silk. This is left over from my no, not the Noosa top. It was the Sake tube top I did a test knit for, and I have Drops Alpaca as well. This is what I held it with. They're both in the colour red, and they're left over. I don't know what I'm going to make with these. I will make something. I just don't know what. So I have these left over. I have these 2 balls, which are not yarn that I would normally go for. But last year when I worked at a wool shop, these just weren't selling. And so my boss at the time just gave them to me. I think I'm going to try and make a chunky hat with these. I just haven't done it because at the moment we're in the middle of summer, and despite the fact that right now it's pouring with rain, it is so hot in the flat. So I don't really want to cast on a really thick hat. So that is what I'm thinking these are going to become. I did save a pattern. I can't remember what pattern I was thinking of. I'll need to look through my Ravelry and maybe I'll put it on the screen if I'm able to find it. We then have Giddy Yarns. This was left over from like one of her clubs. I think it was like her spring box. When I went to her studio open day / craft day, I picked this up because there wasn't very many left and I just loved the colours. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. No plans. I just thought it was pretty. The amount of yarn I've collected just because it's pretty has decreased recently in the last couple of years, but it happens sometimes. I might make a shawl with it, or it could work for a pair of socks. I've got bamboo instead of nylon. I might need to do some research. So this one, this probably is going to be a really long video, by the way. I have a lot of yarn, so I hope you've got something cozy or nice to drink, maybe refreshing, because again it's summer right now, so maybe cozy is not the right drink, but I mean, whatever takes your fancy. This is another Giddy Yarns. There we go. It's a mini skein, so I got this in my little goodie bag when I went to the open day. So again, I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I might keep it, and then if I ever get like another yarn advent or something, I might include this, but I don't know yet, but it's pretty. So I have, see if I can find all of these. These are all the same colourway, but I'll hold up the bases together. So there's going to be a lot of Mama Wooling yarn, by the way. One of my favourite dyers. I don't get so much from her now because I live in Scotland and she's based in Wellington in New Zealand, so I can't justify buying from her as often as I did because the shipping would be a lot. So this is her plush fingering base. Oh, is it going to focus? There we go. In the colourway Galaxy. And if you've watched my podcast, you may have seen I made a top in this and the mohair. So this is the silk mohair on the same colourway, but say same base. It's not the same base, it's mohair. And I have got 2 of each left. I don't know what I'm going to make with it. I originally was going to have the 4 of them have a sweater quantity. But then I broke into the sweater quantity to test it. So I will find something to make with these. I really love this colour. I don't know if I'm going to hold them together or if I'll do 2 separate things. I don't know. I need to do some project research for that one. I'm going to have a mountain next to me after I go through this box. And then I have to put it all back in and then do the same for the next box and then put it all back in. Yeah, I'm glad I decided to do this now and not later on this afternoon because it would just take me ages. These next ones that I'm going to show have been bought for a pattern in mind and will be all used together. So I have this Toto wool that I picked up from Wool on Wheels when I lived in New Zealand, and this is merino and nylon mix. So I've got 1 skein of this, I've got 1 skein of Prosper yarn. I picked these all up from Wool on Wheels actually. All for what to say. So the colourway name is Sage for this one. This one is on their mint base, which is their not merino. What? Kid mohair base in the colourway Tidal, and this blue is just stunning. And then I have 3. There's 3 here. 3 skeins of purple sprouting. I think this is their sock base. Yeah, deluxe. So this is merino nylon as well. And the colourway is Shadow. And I got these. I won't hold up all 3 of the Shadow because I don't really think that's necessary. But like these are all going to be the spring court sweater by Dragon Hoard Yarn or Dragon Hoard Designs. If I can, I'll put a picture. It will be here, but I don't know what side the screen. Anyway, if I can, I'll put a picture in. So yes, these are all for a jumper. I have a plan for those. Next up, more Mama Wooling yarn. I think the rest of this is all Mama Wooling, to be completely fair. Oh no, we've got a random one at the bottom, but we'll get to that. So this is Mama Wooling's, this is her plush DK, so merino nylon, but in DK. And this colourway is True. I can't remember why I bought these. I don't know what to do with 2 skeins of DK. I will figure it out. I will need to, I think some of this I am just going to have to do like a Ravelry pattern project research and figure out what to do with these. I love the colour though. You'll probably tell I've got kind of a colour scheme that kind of goes on, especially recently. Similar to the ones I just showed you. Ozzy's trying to attack things that she shouldn't, so I moved it out the way. But this is also Mama Wooling plush DK. And this colourway is Green Velvet. Okay. Again, Don't know what I'm going to do with these. I love this colour though. So again, project / pattern research for that. This is a sweater quantity. It looks massive. This is Mama Wooling again. This is her fluffy knit kits. So she does these, it'll be a skein of plush fingering. So that's her merino, is it plush fingering? No, merino sport, which is 100% merino. And then a skein of her Surrey, which is Surrey and silk, Surrey alpaca and silk. And what colour is this? This is Joy. Here we go, you can actually see it now. And I have 4 lots of this. I do have a project in mind for this. I want to knit the Agnet cardigan by Petite Knit, and I have the pattern now. So if I can, I'll pop a picture up as well, but I have the pattern now. So hopefully, once I finished, just dropped one. Once I finish my current projects, hopefully I'll cast this on, because I need some more cardigans in my wardrobe. I'm realising I don't have very many. So this is also a special quantity. I have quite a few. I have collected these over the years. So this is Mama Wooling again, plush fingering in Virgo season. And then the same on her mohair base as well. And these are going to be the Nuage sweater by Valentina Bogdanova. I think that's correct. Again, I'll leave a picture of the pattern if I can. Not the pattern, the photo of the item. Hope you know what I'm trying to say. I have had this yarn and the pattern in my library for I don't know how long. This is going to be my next cast on because I need to make this sweater. I love it. And I have the yarn, I have the pattern, I just need to cast it on. So this is going to be my next cast on. We have another sweater quantity, again Mama Wooling. This is Here Comes the Daffs on her plush fingering base. I've got cat hair on things and my hair. I have 4 skeins. I don't know what I'm going to make with this yet. I have some finger and weight projects that I want to do, but I just haven't decided which one. So yeah, don't have a project in mind for these just yet. But getting to the bottom, this is another sweater quantity. I bought this to be able to have, if I wanted, a sweater quantity of mohair and fingering weight, because there was quite a few projects in my queue at the time that were, you know, double, like 2 strands held together. I haven't decided what pattern yet, but that's okay. These are the colourway Wonderland on plush fingering and mohair. This is Mama Wooling again. If you get a chance to try her yarn, it is absolutely stunning. But as I said, downside for me, she lives in New Zealand. I live in Scotland, so shipping is not ideal. And the last thing in this tub is this Sunday Fibre Co. sock set. I actually won this as a giveaway. It was Knitting with Ev. I won this and I was so excited, and I do want to knit her, I think it's the everyday, no it's not, it's like leftover candy socks, I think. I will confirm that and put it on the screen. This is I think it's a merino nylon sock set. I forgot the word there for a minute. This is hand dyed in Vancouver, Canada. I've never been to Canada, would like to at some point. And the colourway is, the main one is Abalone, and the mini is I Lilac You. So that is the first tub. I'm going to put this all back in the tub and then open the second one. Tub number 2, if I remember correctly, this one is a lot more random, so we'll get into it. So we'll just again pull things off the top and talk about them. I think I've got gauge swatches and stuff in here too, which is really why. I'm not sure. Anyway, so this is, to start things off, this is John Arbon fibres. Their Exmoor sock. I picked this up from, can you focus on the yarn please? Ginger Twist Studio in Edinburgh, the first time I went. This is their 4-ply sock yarn, 50 grams rather than 100 grams. And this is Exmoor Blueface, so I'm reading it off because there's different things in here. Exmoor Blueface, Corriedale Swart balls, I don't know what that is, I would need to look that up, and nylon. It's made in the UK. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I bought this because I wanted to try it because I'd heard about John Arbon, and I don't know. I have no idea what this is going to become, so yeah, it's not very much. So I'd either have to do just like one pair of socks with it, or put it with another yarn. But I haven't decided yet. This is just a random skein of Sadness Garn Linne, which I purchased for a test knit last year. I made the Kylie pullover by Irene Lynn, and I have a skein left. This is the colourway. It doesn't say. Just a colour number. And I actually don't know which number that is, to be fair, because it's not in English. So I don't know. It's all in Norwegian, so I'm not quite sure. But yeah, I picked this up from Be Inspired Fibres, also in Edinburgh. Yeah, so not much more to say about that. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. I will find something for it, either that or I'll de-stash it. Why is this in a different tub? Is there more of this? Okay, well, I just found 2 half skeins and a full skein. This is the same yarn that I used for the Sake tube top. So this is the Drops Alpaca and the Drops Alpaca Silk. It's in a different tub to the rest of it. So I'm going to put that into the side and put it with its friends. That does mean I potentially have more options for what I can do though. I have a project bag. I can't even remember where I got this from. Probably on Etsy. It's a Christmas one. Put that to the side as well. I think this tub seems to be one where I just like put a lot of stuff, knitting related stuff, that I don't use every day. So there's going to be scraps and all sorts in here. I don't even think I can remember what the scraps are, to be fair. Here's another, this is a partial skein of Sadness Garn Linne in the same colour, left over from the same project. This is a whip. So this was meant to be, I don't know if I'm going to finish this or not. This was meant to be a cloud cardigan, and it doesn't look too bad actually on here. I was going to make this for, this looks massive. I was going to make this for the Niall Horan concert that my partner and I went to last year. But I mean, as you can see, I got nowhere close to being done. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, if I'll finish it or not. It was a free pattern on Instagram. I don't know. But anyway, the yarn, I mean, this is Rico Design, Creative Softwool Aran. This blue colour. I can't even remember what the white is. I think it's just like a chunky acrylic. I'm realising that going through all of this is quite, I don't know if it's confronting. Just stuff that I need to organise. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'll have a look, but I might need to frog it. Especially considering I can't a couple of things wrong with this. One, I just bought enough to start out, but I was pretty certain I was going to need more. This is discontinued, or at least I'm pretty sure it's discontinued. I need to check. I can't remember what this is. So, yeah, TBC about that one. I have no idea. Found the crochet hook for that project as well. I can't even remember what size this is because it's not written on. It's one of the Knit Picks Caspian ones. This is 6 skeins of Mama Wooling Plush DK in the colourway Potion. I'll hold one of them up. I don't have any like explicit plans for this, but again, I will look it up. I will find something for this. It's probably going to be a jumper or a cardigan of some sort. I am finding all sorts in this tub. Like, I'm finding stitch markers. Maybe I need to organise this as well, to be fair. Anyway, back to the yarn. This is the same base. This is Mama Wooling again, Plush DK, in the colour Huga. I struggle to pronounce that word. And I have 6 skeins of this as well. Let's see if I can hold this up. Again, don't know what it's going to become. Probably a jumper of some sort. Probably will be a autumn/winter project. This is another ball of that just chunky yarn that I was showing you. I don't know why it's in a different tub to its friends. So much like with the drops yarn, it's going to go to the side and go in the other tub with its buddies. This is a sock set. This is the Woolchemist. This is hand-dyed Scottish yarn. I picked this up from Woolly Good Gathering last year. I wasn't able to go this year. We had something on, but mate, this is the show colourway and it is beautiful. It will become socks. I just don't know what socks yet. The colourway is Athens of the North. And this is her basic sock 4-ply, which is merino, wool and nylon, and it's fingering weight. But yeah, it's beautiful. This is a ball of random acrylic that I picked up from either Home Bargains or Poundland. I think this might actually be Home Bargains. It's black. Why do I have a ball of black acrylic yarn? I have no idea. I don't know if I'm going to use this or if this will be a de-stash. Yeah, it's just standard black acrylic yarn. I obviously had a plan of some sort because there's more black acrylic yarn in here, but I have no idea. Speaking of black acrylic yarn, I have 3 skeins from Poundland of, again, just standard black acrylic, DK weight. I don't know what I was thinking. I never use black yarn. I will either find a pattern for this or I will de-stash. The rest of this is an absolute, like, what? So, we're just gonna, a lot of this is scraps. These actually are not. These are actually, this is just like wool, non-superwash wool that I picked up at just like a local market in New Zealand years ago. And I do actually have a project for this. I'm making a cardigan. So they will need to go with their friends in the project bag. This is not yarn, but this is notions. I think this is just like the stoppers for one of my Knit Pro cables. So that needs to go back in like my little notions thing. Along with these I picked them up, I think from a wool shop in New Zealand. I think I picked it up from Knit World. I had a needle gauge all along. This would have been so helpful not too long ago. Anyway, stitch markers. See if I can't show them without them falling off. These are DMC ones. And a needle gauge. Again, used to go in the notions tin because then I forget about them if I don't. And these are Mama Willing stitch markers. They're her Wonderland ones and they're tangled. They look, hold on. I don't know if you can see those, but they also should go in the notions tin. Out of the tub they go. These are gauge swatches. I like to keep my gauge swatches. They probably will stay in the tub because I don't know where else to put them, to be fair. But yeah, this was my swatch for the sake. That's the Kylie. And I believe, if I'm correct, the Lyra top, also by Irene Lynn. So I'm going to just put them to the side, but they will have to go back in the tub because I don't know where else to put them, to be fair. And the rest of this is just like leftovers. I don't even remember what half of this is, to be fair. Oh, I know what this is. This is leftover Yeah Yeah yarn from my Yeah Yeah yarn. No, my Yeah Yeah sweater. It's almost an entire cake. This is a decent amount of Mama Willing Deep Sea that I used for my another open back top by another knit. This is what scraps in here too, like just like not enough to do anything with. It needs to go in my scraps that I'm collecting. I'm trying to collect up all my scraps so that I can send them off to Hedgehog Fibres to be recycled. This is Mama Willing Bliss, which is 100% merino fingering weight. I don't think she carries that base anymore. This is Dappled Mare, and this was my Marinee crop top. I can't remember the name of the designer, but I will put a photo. And then, I was going to say the rest of this, I don't know. Actually, that's a lie. This is a leftover from my Musselburgh hat. I think this is it is Mama Willing. It is plush fingering. I think this is the colourway 40 that she dyed for her 40th birthday. Looks like I have more Dappled Mare. I have more Deep Water. This, I believe, is leftover Spin Cycle from my, I can't remember the name of the cowl. I'll have to look it up and put it on the screen. And I don't know what the rest of this is. I have yarn ends and bits which I'm going to remove and put in their proper home. And then I like to keep my labels, so I've got those. However, I might need to organise those. But I think, yeah, that's all for this tub. My fringe is really weird today. I don't know what's happening. So I'm going to load up this tub again, put the stuff that needs to go in the other tub away, and then get on to the last of it, which is just a couple of bits and some bags. And it's the last of it. I have left this tub open because this stuff here needs to be put away, and I'm just going to put it in this tub because this tub's got more space than the other one. So we'll start with this. This is Viking yarn, Viking wool, which my partner's parents brought me back. Let's see if we can, why won't it focus? Brought me back from Norway when they went recently. And it's this lovely green colour. Again, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's like an Aran weight. Again, my first thought was a hat, but I don't know. So I will do some research on Ravelry, get some ideas. This is West Yorkshire Spinners Exquisite Lace in the colourway Champagne. And this is left over from my first kiss stole that I knit for a wedding earlier on the year. And I had to get another skein because I ran out as I was casting off. So I ran out and I needed to get another skein. So I have a lot of lace weight and I don't know what to do with it now, but I will find a use for it. So I'll pop that away. This is Drops Saffron. Hold it around the other way. These are both Drops Saffron. This is left over from a test knit that I did very recently. It was the Striped Vibe top by Knitsy. So I have this left over. Again, I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll either find a use or I'll de-stash. That kind of seems to be a bit of a pattern with this video. This is Drops Muscat, which I purchased to finish off my back-to-back top by Joan Ho. I did kind of like a vlog of finishing a bunch of my old whips. It is up on my YouTube if you wanted to see that. I'll leave it in the cards. But yes, I ran out, so I bought 2 skeins because I don't want to run out again, and ended up only needing 1. So I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I forgot to mention, this is the colourway Ice Blue, by the way. There is another skein of this somewhere, but I don't know where it is. This is the Soft String Green, 100% cotton. And I can't remember why I bought this. I've swatched it a couple of times now for different tops and things, but never actually ended up going with it. I don't know what I'm going to make. I like the colour though, and it's easy for me to get because I can just walk into town and get it. And then the rest of this bag again is like scraps and labels and gauge swatches. So this is also going to go in the tub. Yeah, I need to, well, I might sort this first and then put it in the tub. Yeah, I probably should do that. Right, that is all of my yarn. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give me a like. Let me know if you were working on a project, what project you were working on, or if there's a yarn that I showed that you particularly like, what would you make with it? If you would like to see more videos from me, be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss any future uploads. And if you want to follow me on social media, I post on my TikTok and my Instagram a lot more frequently. I will leave those on the screen and also in the description, along with my Ravelry as well. I'm trying to get better at putting notes and details into my Ravelry pages. It is a work in progress. I'm getting better, but I know I could be better at it, so I will continue to work on that. But thank you for joining me today, and I will see you on Saturday for a new podcast episode. Until then, goodbye.